Washington, D.C. Vice President J.D. Vance appeared to strike a more diplomatic and collegial tone during remarks delivered Wednesday at the Munich Leaders Meeting in Washington, signaling a notable shift from his sharper rhetoric just months earlier in Germany. Addressing an audience of European policymakers and diplomats, Vance expressed continued support for transatlantic cooperation, saying, "I do still very much think that the United States and Europe are on the same team." The comment marked a contrast from his February appearance at the Munich Security Conference, where his criticism of Europe's immigration, free speech, and religious liberty policies sparked concern over America's long-term commitment to its European allies. Vance clarified Wednesday that his past critiques were not solely aimed at European nations, but also at previous U.S. administrations, seeking to reframe the discussion as one of shared responsibility rather than blame. His remarks were made during a public conversation with Wolfgang Ischinger, a former German ambassador to the U.S., who acknowledged the uproar caused by Vance's earlier speech, calling it a controversial debate about fundamental values. The vice president avoided direct criticism of U.S. allies and instead emphasized the need for Europe to strengthen its defense posture. He reaffirmed the Trump administration's commitment to helping end the war between Ukraine and Russia, even as he criticized both nations for focusing too heavily on past grievances rather than pursuing a peace framework. Vance said the current objective is to lay the groundwork for direct negotiations between Moscow and Kiev, talks that have not taken place since the early phase of Russia's 2022 invasion. At the same time, he asserted that Russia's current demands to end the conflict were excessive and unrealistic. This softer, more solution-oriented message comes as Vance and the Trump administration seek to balance domestic skepticism of foreign entanglements with a renewed effort to maintain global credibility, especially in the eyes of NATO partners. Whether this recalibrated tone will resonate with European leaders remains to be seen, but Wednesday's address clearly aimed to cool tensions and reset expectations following a turbulent winter on the diplomatic front.